Okay, so here we are. I've just kind of mocked up Hazel here. You can see it's on a little stand. Starting to look pretty nice. It's actually starting to look like a Gundam now, as opposed to a big pile of parts. So all the dry fitting's done. I can take this thing apart, paint it, and I don't have to worry about splitting any seams and stuff like that. Next up, we're going to start getting into some of the fun stuff, some of the more custom stuff, I guess you'd say. First thing I'm going to be doing is just going to be working with some styrene sheets. I'm going to be making, on high-grade kits, they kind of cheat on the inside of the skirt armor. It's just blank, it's just open. So we're going to use some thin styrene. I think it's, what is it? 0.4 millimeters thick. So I'm just going to cut that to shape into some little strips and fill in the skirt armor or anywhere else that has big gaps like that. So I'll get started on that, and we'll see what we come up with. Okay, so one of the skirt armors for the front are done. It was pretty easy, really. Just trim your little styrene plastic to the right shape, glue it on, a little bit of model cement, trim the edges, sand it down. And let me compare the two of them. Obviously, huge improvement. This one, it's hollow, looks like a model kit. This one looks like it could conceivably be a piece of armor on a Gundam. So I'll do the next one, and then we'll move on. Both of the front skirts are finished now, and obviously this just looks so much better. And it was, 10 minutes worth of work. So it's definitely worth it if you're into doing this kind of stuff. Now, really, the Hazel, you don't really notice the inside of the skirts too much, just due to the design and some of the bulkier armor pieces on the waist. But yeah, whatever. We went ahead and we did it, so that's fine. So one more little trick that I'm doing to squeeze a little bit more detail out of the Hazel. These yellow pieces right here are, if I grab a leg, they would fit right in. Can do it right in there. So yeah, so I guess the intakes for the leg thrusters. If you can see etched in there those little squares, it doesn't look bad if that's painted in black, but it doesn't look incredible. So I have this super tiny, and you're probably not even gonna know that it's mesh on screen, but it's this metallic, wire screen that I'm going to be trimming out the insides of this, and I'm going to be putting this inside there. Of course, after it's all painted. So yeah, that should add a lot of nice detail. So I'm going to start cutting and drilling into here, and we'll see what happens with that. On these little intake pieces, you can see I've first of all I cut off these tabs back here. I'm going to be gluing this kit, so we don't really need those tabs, and they were just going to get in the way of the little metal mesh piece anyway. So I've cleared them out, filed them down, got them pretty nice looking. I've also trimmed a little piece of that wire mesh, and so imagine this is all finished and painted. What I'm going to be doing is gluing this on the back. So we have something that looks kind of like this, and hopefully the camera picks it up, because it looks really good in person actually. So yeah, we have a little mesh kind of over there. Adds a lot of detail, a little bit of interest to an otherwise perfectly flat part on the Hazel. So kind of a cool, quick little tip. The mesh was cheap. It was maybe $10 for 10 square inches, and on models like this, 10 square inches goes really far. So yeah, just a quick little enhancement, makes it look a little bit nicer, and it only took me about 20 minutes to do. So, oh, just one thing, if anyone is planning on doing this mod to their Hazel, be careful with these pieces. Once you remove these tabs back here, they start to get a little bit weak. A couple situations where I was drilling and cutting, I could see it starting to bend and flex a little bit, so just keep that in mind if you do something similar yourself. So one more interesting piece that I did throughout the kit. I'm going to be doing this technique, so you'll probably see it used in a few places. I'm using these. They're called IC sockets. Now by this time I should have a tutorial up on how to use the IC sockets and get them in your kit, but just pointed out on the Hazel, one cool spot, I am going to be using them on the bottom of the feet here. So as you can see, where there's just these plain circles for thrusters, we're going to have this really nice looking metallic insert piece in there that makes it look a lot more realistic. So some cool little pieces like that I'm going to be doing throughout the Hazel. So cool stuff. So that just about does it, I think, for what's this? I think this is going to be part 3 of the Let's Build the Hazel-Rah. So definitely tune in next time when I start doing some gluing and a little bit more modification.